Hi beauties, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Kennedy. If you're not new here, well then you already know who I am. Today's video is going to be book related. It is going to be a reading vlog. We are going to be reading my all-time favorite series slash comfort series, which is the Off-Campus Briar series by L. Kennedy. There will be a video for each book, starting of course with The Deal. Now, this is actually the second time I'm attempting filming this because the first time, I don't know what happened. My footage just like froze and did not work. So because I want this to be a video, we are going to be refilming it. With that being said, let's get into reading. I love how Garrett thought that Hannah's name started with an M because he genuinely just doesn't know her name. He goes, Maddie, I can't remember her name, probably because I've never bothered to ask for it. She's cute though. And then she goes, the dark-haired girl heads back to the aisle. Mona, Molly, the M sounds right, but the rest is a mystery. Like, dude, that's the love of your life. Learn her name. We're being introduced to his roommates for the first time. And he says, for some reason, Dean likes to hook up everywhere but his bedroom. Seriously, every time I turn around, he's in the midst of some form of debauchery. I can't wait for Dean's book. I love Dean De Laurentiis. And then Logan's a bruiser of a defenseman, one of the best I've ever played with, and also the best friend I've ever had. I love that Garrett and Logan are like besties, and then Tucker and Dean are like besties. His first name is John, but we call him Logan because it makes it easier to differentiate. I can't pronounce that word. Differentiate? Just ignore me. English is hard. Him from Tucker, whose first name is also John. Luckily, Dean is just Dean, so we don't have to call him by his mouthful of a last name, Hayward De Laurentiis. I'm so excited to be back in this universe. You guys have no idea. first time. He says, how am I supposed to pass this makeup if I'm studying with people who are as dumb as I am? I need you, Wellesley. Wellesley, is that a nickname? And how on earth does he know that my last name is Wells? I never told a damn sign-up sheet. I love that he calls her Wellesley. Okay, so he shows up at the diner she works at and she pawns another waitress off to him, basically, like sends another waitress because she can't be bothered with him. And she basically says, I watch in amusement as Garrett's expression clouds over at Lisa's approach. He picks up the glass she sets in front of him, then meets my gaze and slants his head, as if to say, you're not getting rid of me that easily. And then it switches to Garrett's point of view, and the first line is, she's not getting rid of me that easily. I don't know, I just love that, like, she read what he was thinking, kind of a thing. She just agreed to tutor him in exchange for him fake dating her to make her football player crush jealous. She's meeting Logan for the first time, and Logan says, hey tutor, we need to have a little chat. So listen, Blue Eyes announces in a stern voice, my boy needs to ace this test. You better make that happen. My lips twitch. Or what? Or I'll be very, very upset. You don't want to upset me, do you, gorgeous? She's gonna sing for him for the first time. He just told her that your voice is, fuck Wellesley, it's beautiful. And then he demands that she play something else because he needs to hear her sing again. That's so sweet. having a sleepover and watching Breaking Bad. This is one of my favorite moments in the book because I think it's the first time we really see them like get along and bond, not in the tutor session setting, basically. Like, she's not his tutor, she's just there and his friend at this point, which I think it's really cute to see them bond and like obsess over this TV show together. It feels like normal coupley things. They just had their first kiss, and it went on for a while, and Dean just walked in. She tells Dean that Garrett's helping her brush up on her makeup skills, and Dean kind of doesn't believe her. So Dean says that I'm calling your bluff, baby doll. Show me your moves. What? If a doctor told you you've got 10 days to live, you'd go for a second opinion, wouldn't you? Well, if you're worried about being a crappy kisser, you can't just take G's word for it. You need a second opinion. His brows lift in challenge. Let me see what you've got. One of my favorite scenes in the book. And because Hannah doesn't want Garrett to know that she's never been so turned on from a kiss before, that she loved every second of it, she decides to kiss Dean. I need that moment in the show. I need it. So she was raped in the past, but Garrett doesn't know that because she told him that her friend was, and they are now at a bar for Dean's birthday party, and Garrett wants her to trust him enough to let loose and have a drink. And she just looks into my eyes as if she's trying to mentally bore her way into my brain. I end up holding my breath because I know something important is about to happen. Hannah is either going to place her trust in my hands, or she's going to lock it up tight, which would be the equivalent of a bone-jarring hip check, because damn it, I want her to trust me. And then she says sure to having a drink, and he says, Hannah's trust, meet Garrett's hands. They're so sweet. You're not broken, baby. I promise. Garrett Graham, the man that you are. Another quote I love by Garrett Graham, #1 book boyfriend. He says, baby, I could watch you watching paint dry and I still wouldn't be bored. Garrett Graham, my own personal sweet talker. I I can't wait to see the off-campus show. Like, I need the trailer in my hands now. I need it more than I need to live. That feels dramatic. When the mind-shattering pleasure finally abates, I register what song is playing in the car. My eyes fly open. Did you re-download One Direction? Her mouth twitches. No. Uh-huh, so why is Story of My Life playing? I demand. She pauses, then lets out a big sigh. Because I like One Direction. There, I said it. You're lucky I love you, I warn her, because I wouldn't stand for it otherwise. Hannah grins. You're lucky I love you, because you're a total asshole and there aren't a lot of girls who put up with it. She's probably right about the asshole thing. She's definitely right about the lucky part. I love how Hannah is not afraid to give it back to him. It's just so funny. Like, their banter is just amazing. Phil Graham, when I catch you. When I tell you I loathe Phil Graham, I mean it, because he just made Hannah break up with Garrett. I hate this man. She just burst into the men's hockey team locker room, and let's just say all she's seeing is a bunch of male private parts. It's the campus-wide hands-off law for me. It never fails to make me laugh. It is so iconic of him. I just finished The Deal. Obviously, it is a 5-star book. It is my comfort series and my favorite series and the series that got me into reading, so it will always be God tier, in my opinion. It is obviously 5 stars. I love Garrett Graham. I love Hannah Wells. I love their story. I love their relationship. And I'm very, very excited to dive into The Mistake. However, I always forget that Logan has a crush on Hannah, and honestly, I don't know how I feel about that. It makes me slightly uncomfortable, but we'll just dive in. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next week.